I'm Bridgette with PotomacBeads.com. Join me today as we make these Monarch earrings here. If you do need any of the materials, they were listed at the beginning of the video, as well as below me in the description area, you'll find links to both PotomacBeads.com and PotomacBeads.eu, where you'll find a full list of the exact colors and materials that I used. So gather up what you need and come create with me. So here is one of our finished pieces of the Monarch earrings. So as you can see, we're just going to be going in a round and then finishing off with some netting on the back side. So to start off, I already have my 4 SuperDuo halos here, along with 4 crystals going in between each one of those. And you do want to make sure that you are using a 0.006 thread and a size 12 needle because we will be going through those 15-ohs a couple times on some of those parts of our earrings. So you do want to make sure you have a small enough thread and needle so that it doesn't get too tight. So here we're just going to tie a knot to pull those all together. And we can actually go ahead and trim down or burn down that extra thread on your tail end because we won't be needing that. And just go through that next SuperDuo halo here. And from here, we're going to pick up 5 of our 15-ohs and jump over one of those crystals and into that next hole of our SuperDuo halos. So you can see that the 15s are just kind of outlining those crystals there. So again, we'll do 5 15s, jump over that crystal and through our SuperDuo halo. And we'll go around until all 4 of our crystals are outlined by our seed beads there. So you can already kind of see that square shape starting to come together. So once we have our seed beads all around, we'll come out of that SuperDuo halo here. Oops, my thread got tangled on my pliers. So like I said, you can already see that square kind of coming through. We're going to jump up into our second hole of our SuperDuo halo. And here we're going to add on Crystal Seed Bead, Crystal SuperDuo, Crystal SuperDuo, and one more crystal. So we're going to have 3 crystals and 2 SuperDuos. Just like that. And we're going to jump over into our next halo bead SuperDuo here. So we'll look just like that. So we'll do that all the way around. So in between each one of our SuperDuo halos, again, we're going to do a crystal, SuperDuo, crystal, SuperDuo, and one last crystal, and jump into that next halo bead here. So go ahead and do that to the next 2 points, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so once you have all 4 sides here finished, we're coming out of that top hole of our SuperDuo. You're going to go through your next crystal and your SuperDuo, and coming out of that SuperDuo, again, just like we did down on this first layer, we're going to pick up 5 of our seed beads and just go around that crystal. And then we're just going to thread through until the next SuperDuo and do the same on that point. So again, 5 of your 15s. Jumping over that crystal, and so on through until you get to your next point. So again, just add on the 5 seed beads around these two crystals. All right, so you should have kind of your square form here. And I'm coming out of that SuperDuo halo here after adding on these 5. And I'm gonna make my way back up into that next SuperDuo like we've been doing. So through my crystal and through that SuperDuo. And this next step is just adding on our wire guards. So I'm gonna pick up my first wire guard, and this will be to hold onto or attach my ear wire. So we're gonna go into that next SuperDuo just like we've been doing. And just pull that nice and tight so the wire guard will fit right over top that crystal with those 5 seed beads right in front of it. So we're gonna make our way down to the opposite point. So I'm just gonna go through this next point, just go through that crystal and through that SuperDuo and back down to that next point. And here we're going to add on our next wire guard along with our tassel. So we have our tassel that we're going to be adding on. So I'm going to go ahead and thread my wire guard here. And then go ahead and go through the loop of my tassel and through my wire guard. Now if you need to make that opening in the wire guard a little bigger, you can just do that with your fingers. Just kind of open it up just a little and then pull that wire guard onto your tassel. You can go ahead and pull that tight and do the exact same that we did on that first wire guard. Just go right through your SuperDuo here and pull that nice and tight. All right, so here we're coming out of that SuperDuo here. I'm gonna jump up into that second hole. And you can see that some of these SuperDuos are already starting to turn in on themselves, which is what we want them to do. So here, I'm gonna add on 4 of my seed beads and jump over into that second empty hole on that next SuperDuo. So over top of our wire guard there. Just pull that. So we should look like that with the wire guard kind of in between both of those sets of seed beads. So on this longer part between these two seed beads, or I'm sorry, between these two SuperDuos, I'm going to add on 5 of my 15s, 1 crystal, and 5 more 15s. And here I'm going to jump over to my next SuperDuo here. So we're kind of making a point. So again, between the two smaller space here on the points, we're going to do 4 of our 15s. And then on the straight edges, with that longer space between the SuperDuos, we're going to do the 5 seed beads, crystal, and 5 seed beads. So you can go ahead and do this all the way around until you make it to that first point with the tassel. All right, so now that we've come full circle, you should have kind of this weird looking square here with the points with our crystals here. So I'm back down by the SuperDuo by my tassel. I'm going to go through those original 4 that we just added on the last step, through that SuperDuo, and up through these next seed beads and through the crystal here, but I will stop at that crystal. So just through those 5 seed beads, and through that crystal. So here we're gonna finish off the netting by connecting each one of these points here with 7 seed beads. So I'm going to pick up my 7 15s and then go ahead and go through my next crystal. And we don't want to pull it too tight right now because we still want to be able to fit in our Rivoli there. So again, you're going to pick up 7 of your seed beads, go through that next crystal, and we're going to continue just connecting all the crystals until we have a nice circle there. All right, so I just connected my last crystal, and you're going to want to kind of pull this so it's a little bit loose, and go ahead and fit in your Rivoli. So turn it upside down so that the back side is pointing towards you, and it'll just fit nicely in there. And you can go ahead and pull that tight, and we're also going to go through what we just added and pull as we go. So that'll make sure that this back side is tight and secure so that Rivoli will not fall out. So just go around it about once or twice until it's nice and tight, and then you can go ahead and tie off your thread. So the next and final step is just adding on our ear wire to that top wire guard there. And what's nice about this design is you can really play around with it and make it different and make it your own. If you'd rather not have the tassel or rather not have it a dangle earring, you can just skip over that step where we added on the wire guards, and you can go ahead and glue on a pad post there, or if you prefer clip-on earrings, you can just glue on your backing there. So it doesn't have to be a dangle earring, it doesn't have to be a tassel, you can make it into a pendant or really anything you'd like. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you again for joining, and I hope you enjoyed creating your own Monarch earrings. Remember, if you do need any of the materials, there is a link below me in the description area, and that'll take you to PotomacBeads.com or .eu, where you'll find a full list of the materials I used and the exact colors as well. Remember to like and subscribe, so go ahead and click that little bell button if you want to be kept up to date with any new tutorials or new content that we have out for you. And as always, I love to hear from you, so make sure to comment below and let me know how this design helped inspire your own. So until next time.